The interior, which will be super exciting. First of all, standard Kia key fob here, it's actually nice, and also white here fitting to the vehicle. Then the door handles are really massive and they feel like good quality actually, so I like that. And good door closing sound. Also important for a van. Then inside of the door is very interesting. It's a so low window line that you can have good view from the interior to the outside. This is the inside door handle, also manual. This is all hard pack, but at least we have like some nice structure on it. Here, this is then soft touch for your elbow, will be very important while driving. Classic controls also here for the windows and also for adjusting the side mirrors. Then you have here the grab panel from the inside. Space here, everything hard packed, but a lot of space here for bottles and the lower part and so on. Then you have this step here that you can easily get to the interior. We also have the electric seats here, lumbar support, and then here back and forth. Here also, and this is like the optional trim. Soon more deals to the seats. You can see here, there's a high-grade leatherette, perforation and so on. Let's take a test seat here already. And as I said, I can easily get in. And you have this upright seating position. That's what I love about these vans. And here with 1A9 602, there's a lot of headroom left. Also nice fabric inside here from the roof. And I can tell you from the first impression, soon more details to that. Oh, it's also like a nice handle here to get in and out or to hold tight. You feel like you are in a premium normal car. That's the cool thing, right? But the upright seating position, of course, is then SUV-alike, comfortable, and steering wheel up and down, in and out. Good adjustment. Let's find out more about the seats and the cockpit here. And very important to know here, laminated glass for the side windows in the front. And this is now what I mean. Welcome to the cockpit of the Kia PV5. So the time of very sturdy, basic vans is over. This is indeed a premium experience, starting with the seats, the high-grade leatherette perforation, heated and cooled. Here, look at that, also soft in the sit bone area. It's an excellent build quality. And then here also with non-perforation, so that looks cool. They are extremely comfortable. The base would be fabric inside, some leatherette on the outside, and this is here then the optional full leatherette in the navy tone. There's also different color available, but these are really very cool. And especially the Korean market, they love the seat cooling. So it is said that on the Korean market and also maybe on some other Asian markets, if a luxury car does not have seat cooling, it's not considered luxury. Very interesting, isn't it? But this one already has. Here's an additional armrest, also soft for your elbow. You could also put that away if you don't like it, but most of the time I would actually use it. The only limitation is here, when I would like to have the steering wheel in my most comfortable position, a little bit lower, that I can put elbow left and right for this position. Then I have problem here with my knee, with the shifting, with the lower shifting, automatic shifting lever here. That's a thing we also have in some Hyundai and Kia SUVs. That's a thing when you have long legs. So I have to put my steering wheel a little bit higher, but also good quality of the steering wheel with the buttons and so on. Real buttons at the steering wheel for the volume jog, for example. European markets will also get a hotkey access that you can deactivate the speed chime. I would expect that at least because we saw it in other new Kia models. And also on the left side for the cruise control to set that. And classic stall columns around the steering. Also animal-free material of the steering wheel. And once again, high class. You can press it in here. Then it's also soft underneath, like stitching on the inside. So really an excellent build quality we see here in the van segment. New 13-inch infotainment system for Kia with Android backend, and this is special for this commercial platform here. And the reason behind that one, that this is more this has more features to individualize your experience, because they say this will also be used by huge fleets. They will also have the cargo version, as I said earlier, and then they want to have like their fleet interface individualized in there, and that's why they went for the Android backend here. It does not mean that all other Kias will get this here, so it might be only limited to this one. This is the car internal GPS here, for example. Then you have like the energy settings, then AC on, off, and lower part. This is like the home menu once again. When you press here, you get the climate settings, where you can also here activate seat cooling, seat heating. I don't have separate buttons for that in the front, which I usually appreciate with Hyundai and Kia, for example, in this case. But I mean, it's relatively easy to access. And in the lower part, you also have the climate control. It's rather small. So one thing I do not have here, that we don't have like climate buttons Most other Kia models have that. In this case, they're not. When we have everything cleaned up here, you do have some hotkeys here still. For example, here to the electric doors, which are an option. Standard, the sliding doors, option electric sliding doors. Here left and right, for example. USB-C charging, 100 watt. This is powerful, right? Then you have inductive charging, but here it's not ventilated though. And then in the lower part here, a lot of storage. Here, for example, some camera equipment. There's like storage you can pull out. There we go. And then here the dashboard is not soft, but it's actually nicely structured, so that's fine. And then we have this glove box, which falls down undampened, but it's actually spacious. We could put a lot of the clutter in there, And we also have cubby hole here in the front. So there's another space to open that one. And then you have here some more storage. It's really good to have more storage than here. And in the middle console, we have adaptive cup holders, only 2 dots, but still adaptive for the sizes. Storage here, storage there. And then here you have the additional real charging socket, which you can also then use from the rear. So very interesting, actually. It is a cockpit here in the front where you can feel really at home. It's cozy, it has a premium atmosphere, has great build quality. The seats are my favorite, and really switching from this, you know, rather rugged commercial background to, hey, we can also offer a premium passenger experience. There will be more base entry versions, especially for the cargo version and so on. Huge sun visor here with a mirror, and you can also pull it to the side and block a lot of the sun. And then here behind it we have this small light, which you can, it's a nice clicking sound actually. Yeah, but this one like more manual, so to speak. So I'm really positively surprised about this new cockpit experience. This is bringing vans to another level. Of course, the competitor would be the VW ID. Bus, which also, you know, has this cozy feeling on the inside. We see this somehow fits to this new EV tech. They make the interiors more modern. Oh, and we also have here nice digital instruments in 7-inch. Let's take a closer look. And here now you can see the Apple CarPlay integration, so that works well. Then over to the driver's perspective. Here, once again, the nice knobs on the steering wheel. You can also set some custom buttons here. They can scroll through the digital instruments on the left side, for example, like this. Different views are available. And you can see this, like the city consumption so far. This is kilometers per kilowatt hour, by the way. So it's like an MPG figure, but in kilometers an hour. And here the current city range, but this city driving range only will be, of course, less when you go to the motorway. And here, by the way, once again, how you open this front cubbyhole with another USB-C charger here at the side as well. And these 7-inch instruments are actually very clear to read, like that. And here you can also, for example, activate or deactivate the active lane keeping assist. And in the lower part, you have the drive mode selector. Here, now I changed the unit, 23.7 kilowatt hours and more kilometers. That would mean city driving range of 300 kilometers or 190 miles. And what we also have available is the pet mode. Oh, set activation screen. You can set these monsters here, for example. Monster from the back. Oh, monster in the box. Oh, let's check it out. And the climate is kept. And here, pet mode is ready to be activated. Will be activated automatically if the doors are locked from the outside. Ah, okay. Oh, that's my monster. Out to the rear seats, sliding doors on both sides and optional. They are also electric, like they are then here. And it continues with the premium features indeed. So for example, we have seat heating for the rear seats, for the outside ones each. And here when you fold them, then the lower part also goes lower like this, that they are, you know, that this fold flat works better. So that's cool. And you get the same high-grade navy leatherette here, which is also super comfortable. Isofix outside each, and you have this 1/3, 2/3 split for the folding mechanism here, and you can even put them more backwards, so you almost have like a possible sleeping position here. That way it would be more neutral, or this way it's, yeah, this way is more upright, so you can adjust that. And really cool to have the seat heating then in the rear seats. That's yeah, that's very uncommon. A lot of space then here for your knees in the rear. Also here some pockets for storage at the back part of the seat. You can hold on tight here. You can use these buttons to electrically open the doors from the inside. Then you have these manual sliding windows here to get some fresh air in the rear. Why not? There we go. And headroom 189, 602, a lot of headroom. So it's a great comfortable seating position here. You have a lot of space. It's also comfortable here in the middle seat. The only thing that this one is not heated, but I think, yeah, we can live with that, but easily house 5 tall Ls as well. Then you also have USB-C charging here at the back part of the seats. And this is here the 2-3-0 setup. 5-seater, later also the 7-seater with 2-2 going through 3, 2-2-3. So I have your 7 seats overall. That's great math, right? And this will be cool also for the kids that they can actually go through the middle then. And there will also be a 2-0-3 setup where you have then here space for a wheelchair and then a 3 bench in the rear. So this is actually a pretty cool idea that they also have these custom solutions for individual needs. Let's take a look here under the hood. Oh, it's a tiny hood. It's pretty nice. However, here there's no frunk, but you have to say there is a very short front hood. So they pack this in with, for example, the 12-volt battery is in here. So they keep it short in the front, and it's also good for maneuverability and so on. And yeah, there is also enough space in the rear, I can tell you. Now to the trunk or the boot, which is at 1,330 liters, even when the second row is up. Of course, here really large underneath, so I can also stand under it with the 189 602. Especially pleasant in the unpleasant weather here today, also with the structure here from the lower part. So that's pretty cool. Look at this cutting out. So this is like super, super large, pretty cool. And you also have some storage possibilities here underneath, left and right. So this also comes handy for some clutter and stuff. Yeah, the trolley here looks lost in this trunk or boot area. Then here there's another storage possibility. You can fold this one here up. Also cool thing, I already fold here 2/3, it's 2/3, 1/3 split. You can see it like there. And then the measurements. So this is here in width, is more, even have problems measuring that because it's so large. So here, this is like 1.30 m or 52 inches. Then the standard length raises here a little bit. This is like also like 1.30 m or 51 inches. And the height here, pretty cool. You can do so much with that one. Here, this is 1.13 m or 44 inches. And when I load things through here, you can see this, the complete ruler fits in here. So I have to add here even some more. So we are then here at like, this is like 2.25 m or 90 inches. Wow. So this is pretty cool. Love that. And different configurations are available. As I said, you could also have the third seating row here, would be possible. And there are, of course, then also the cargo versions if you prefer that.